Welcome back to the Lightspeed Social Agency YouTube channel. I am your host, as always, Cody Owen, and I wanted to remind you at the top of this week's video that every week our YouTube video is accompanied by a blog post on our website that's going to have more details, more resources, and also a podcast episode. And the philosophy there is that I want you to kind of like marinate in the ideas that we're talking about every week. And so you can read something, you can watch something, you can listen to something. We're getting in front of you every possible way there to really help you like think about the ideas that we're breaking down every week. So make sure to subscribe to the Lightspeed Lawn Care Marketing Podcast, available almost anywhere you can get a podcast now. And then also make sure to check out the blog on our website. So what I want to talk to you about today is upsells again. We've been beating this drum because it is so important to lawn care and landscaping business owners. What I'm going to tell you today is that an existing client can be worth up to 5 times more to you than any new client you could bring on. We have talked about how people that are already your customer that you're upselling to trust you, know the quality of work that you provide, and they're so much easier to get a yes from. So today what we want to talk about is sort of some like nitty gritty on the ground things that you can do to taking that knowledge that you have in theory and put it into practice to get more ROI out of your existing marketing methods that brought you these clients, right? Every time you get that client to say yes to another service, it means that your marketing ROI, that initial spend to get them in the door, is increasing, right? So we just want to do the best that we can to get the most bang for our buck in marketing, and that means building processes into your business to upsell to existing customers. The first thing that we want to do is to look at our clients versus our services, right? So we want to take lists. Hopefully you're using a CRM that'll let you kind of filter your client list by who has what services, who does not have particular services. So what you want to do is look at clients who don't have everything, right? They're missing 1 or 2 things from the host of services that your company provides. These are your most bought in customers, and you could get them to buy into the last 1 or 2 things. You want to email just those people. If your business is big enough that that list of people that you need to upsell to is greater than 100 people, you can pull their info, put it into Facebook. We'll talk about this a little more at the end of the video. But you can actually advertise to that list on Facebook and Instagram and the partner network to get in front of those people in another channel. But absolutely, you should be emailing them. And if you know that the service is profitable enough that it is worth your time to get on the phone with them, if one phone call to that customer is worth it to you to sell that service, if you know what your margin is on that service and you are happy with, if I spend 15 minutes on this phone call and it means $3,000 in profit to the company, maybe it's a project, you should build that into your day, right? That is, when you're looking at what you could be doing as a business owner, it's really easy to get trapped in every fire that needs to be put out. But what I would challenge you to start thinking about is this task worth the amount of time that I'm going to spend on it? Think about the opportunity cost of those things and figure out if it is actually more worth it to you to pay an employee to do that for you, so you could be focusing on something that's more valuable to the company that's going to help all of you. So what we want to do, that was just free. That's not even about upsells. So the second thing here is we want to build upsells into the process, right? Every new sign up to your base service, this is like your maintenance if you're doing maintenance, every new client that gets that should get emails introducing them to your company, someone on the phone who's talking to them. If you have a process built in where someone's talking to them on the phone, you should make them aware of the other services you provide. And I think we've got this kind of spelled out in the blog post, but a thing that I think is so powerful there is to do your kind of good, better, best sort of presentation, right? You want to present 3 options. The good option is, maintenance plus 1, kind of like that's the good option. Your lawn will be good if you do this. Better option is where you want the bulk of your customers to be, right? So some people will go with the most expensive option. That's everything. Everything under the sun you could offer is in that best option, and it's a premium price, and you take care of those people. You make sure that you have them tagged appropriately, so when they call, people know this is a top tier client. I know we should be providing 100% customer service to all of our customers because that is the best brand value that we could give them. But when one of these premium customers calls, we need to kind of drop everything to make whatever is going on right for them. Really roll out the red carpet for anyone who chooses that most expensive option. But what you do by presenting a middle option, this is almost like a psychological hack for your landing page. When you present a good option, no one wants to pick the cheapest option, right? That makes them feel like they're opting into, not the best. The premium option is like, ooh, man, do I want to pick the most expensive option? I should probably go with the middle option, right? And if you look at almost any software company's website, you will see that's like a subscription model with additional features. You will see them do this to you. This trick has worked on you. I promise you, if you were watching this video on the internet, this trick has worked on you. You present the lowest tier, the best tier. Let me get my fingers in frame here. And then in the middle, you call out the middle, right? A lot of times you'll see this with even a full rectangle around it, and it'll say most customers pick this option, right? So build in upsells to basic maintenance into that better option, right? So this is where you have your weed and fert treatments, you have a palette of colors seasonally. Build all of that into there and have them pay a monthly price for that and call it out, right? So someone called you for just lawn care? No. We are going to sell them the best lawn they've ever had, right? So you need to be thinking about that and using it to grow the business, because if you can increase the amount that customer is spending with you right out the gate, that is fantastic. That is better marketing ROI. That is better ROI on the employee time that you're paying for to be on the phone with them, to be emailing them. So you have to be doing that. If you offer more than basic maintenance, you need to be immediately telling new customers about it. And then we want to regularly upsell to existing happy clients, right? So we want to be, every time we have a reason to be selling a service seasonally, or it's just when you're going to do it, right? So it may not be something that needs to happen at a specific time of the year, but it's when you're going to do it. You need to be letting clients know, right? How can they opt into your service if you are not telling them about it? So make sure that you are telling them about service opportunities, things that will improve their life, right? So we always want to think about selling these things as, what is the benefit to the customer for opting into this? Not just, it's one more opportunity for me to keep the guys busy and keep them on longer, because then it helps my retention year over year with employees, right? You need to think about, what is the benefit to the customer who is opting into this service? And we talk about that all the time on the channel. And then finally, this is the galaxy brain strategy, is to start advertising to your existing clients. If you think back to that number that I gave you at the beginning of the video, that we could 5x your revenue from just your existing client base by upselling, you'd be very excited about that. And you should be willing to spend a significantly bigger marketing budget to do that, right? So what I want you to do then is be willing to spend to market to your existing customer base. And this can be through us. This can be DIY. We have all the tools on the channel for you to be able to do that. I believe Robert put together a clip of how to put together a custom audience on Facebook so that you can do this yourself, advertise to your existing customer base and tell them, we provide these other services. We want you to opt into these services. We believe it'll make your lawn healthier. It'll make your family enjoy your lawn more. All of those benefits spelled out there. This math checks out. An existing client is way more likely to spend more with you because they already trust you. So if you provide landscaping projects, you build decks, you repair and build fences, whatever it is that are the other things that you provide in addition to basic maintenance, weed and fert, all of those things, you need to make sure customers know about them, right? Because if the customer doesn't know, they can't tell you that they want to opt in. So present these things to them And then look at, I'll have a video here linked where we talk about retargeting. Because that is sort of, if the galaxy brain is advertising to your existing customers, retargeting campaigns are where you go from like galaxy brain to the last stage of the meme. Robert, put the meme in here. Robert will edit it in for us. When you're retargeting, you're taking people who messed with the ad in some way. They clicked on it and didn't convert. They liked the post. They commented, whatever it is. They engaged with it in some way. And then we want to double down. This is where I think you should. So I'm getting a little into retargeting here, but it's because you should go watch our content about retargeting to get like the specific details of how to do it. But you should record a video, face to face, looking into the camera, telling the customer, hey, I know that you're thinking about this, and here's why you should opt in. This is your opportunity to record one video. It'll take you, 10 minutes to an hour, depending on how comfortable you are in front of a camera. And you are going to get to directly sell every existing customer, right? Everyone who interacts with that ad in any way is going to get this video. This is a personal sales call from you, face to face, telling them, this is why I think you should opt into this. So use that to your advantage, right? You're going to be able to go from one to many. That is super great for you. You'll be able to reuse it year after year to upsell additional customers as you update the audience next year. Hopefully you've captured a significant part of your existing customer base into your upsells, but then next year you'll have new customers who also need to be told about it and also need to opt in, and so you'll be able to use that video for years to come. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click the bell for notifications so that you hear when a new Lightspeed video goes live. And make sure to subscribe to the podcast, the Lightspeed Lawn Care Marketing Podcast. You can find it wherever you download podcasts, and we'd love for you to listen over there as well. All right, see you next week.